I finally found a sourdough recipe that I can consistently make every week. It's delicious and sour, but doesn't require all of the kneading and babysitting that a regular artisan loaf does.
So I've been sourdoughless for like 2 months because I took it out of the fridge one day and didn't do anything with it for a couple days and it turned moldy. But my wonderful sister-in-law gave me more of her starter and I've been feeding it for a couple days and it's a little bubbly. So we're gonna make my favorite sourdough recipe where I don't use a scale and I don't stretch and fold it. I basically mix it, let it rise, form it, let it rise, and bake it. Let's make some sourdough. So the first thing we're going to do is feed our sourdough, and I'm feeding it around 1 p.m. And if you have a scale, if you want to measure, go for it. I usually just throw in some flour and throw in some water and stir it up until it's kind of like a thick pancake batter consistency, and then I let it double in size, and after it's doubled I use it. So let's put some flour and water into this thing and get the starter active, and then around 7 p.m. I'll mix up the dough for it to rise overnight. Usually I discard some, so I usually keep this in the fridge and pull it out 2-ish days before I'm planning on making sourdough to let it come to room temperature, and I feed it a couple times to get it super active. I'm not going to discard any of this now because I'm trying to build this up a little bit more so I have enough. And I'm gonna go put some water in this. So this is the consistency that I have. I could honestly go a little thicker, but I won't. This should be fine. I just wing it. And then I mark where it is on the jar, and I let it sit and I let it grow. And then we will come back and mix our dough. It is 7:45. I just put my toddler down and our starter is bubbly and stretchy, and we're going to go ahead and assemble our dough. So the first thing that we're going to need is a big bowl and 3 cups of flour. 3. Next, we need 1 teaspoon of salt and 1.5 cups of warm water. And now the star of the show, the starter, we're gonna want about 3/4 cup of this. I'm just gonna, and then we stir. Might add a tiny bit more water to this. Now that we have our dough, we're gonna go ahead and cover it with a tea towel and let it rise overnight, and it should double. Every single time I've made this though, I'm always a little concerned it's not gonna work out. And this time's no different. Just because sourdough seems finicky, even though it really isn't. I'm gonna go to bed. Say goodnight to our dough.
Good morning. This is the next day. It is 8:45 and we are going to check on our dough and put it into the pan for its second rise. All right, the moment of truth. Oh, nice. All right, so as you can see, it has doubled. I can also do a poke test here, and that's perfect. It's coming back a little slowly. What we're gonna do now is we're going to take a spatula, and because we're making a sandwich bread loaf, we want to kind of push out all the big air pockets so that we have an even texture. So I usually just go around the side of the bowl and squish it down. It's like it spent all night trying to get big, and I'm like, you're gonna be squished down now.
greased pan. We're just gonna put the dough into here. Ugh. I don't know why I made that noise. Alright, so I'm just gonna even this out a little bit. And we're gonna let it rise again for about 2 to 3 hours. It is 1:10 and our bread has risen, and I'm gonna cover it with aluminum foil, and I like to tent it so that it gives space for the bread to rise. And I have the oven set at 450. We're gonna bake it for 45 minutes with the foil on, and then 15 minutes uncovered. And then you can throw a couple ice cubes into the oven, which is what I usually do, but I'm trying a new method today. I'm having like a 8x8 pan full of water in there to help give it some humidity.
So there we have it, our finished sourdough loaf. This is so good, especially right out of the oven. We got crispy edges, but a soft, squishy inside. My toddler wanted some. And I love how simple it is. There is some planning involved because you have to get your starter active, but I don't need to babysit it and plan my whole day around making bread. And maybe one day I'll be able to do that, but this is so easy and delicious that this works well for me. Thanks for joining me today. I'll catch you in the next video when I figure something else out.